Hello everyone, this is Rajneesh and I welcome you all to Bulkash Capital's another video. So today we'll figure out how to identify trending days in Nifty and Bank Nifty. See, trending days are days in a trading session where Nifty or Bank Nifty moves higher in a single direction, either upside or downside for around about 2 to 3% of the range. So identifying trending days is crucial for one's career for both option sellers and option buyers, since it can get us manifold returns and it could be an edge for a trading career as well. We expect somewhere around 1 to 2 trending sessions a month, amounting to 18 to 24 trending days a year, which is about a normal bracket. Sometimes this range goes higher, about 24 to 30 sessions a year also, depending upon the market conditions. But what we consider average is 18 to 24 trading sessions to be trending. See, on trending days, we can take a higher bet since the risk to reward is very large and it requires minimum to no adjustments to the position since the market moves higher in a single direction for about 2 to 3%. So imagine 2 to 3% of move in a single day. If we could capture only 1% of the move every time out of 12 to 24 trading session, if you are able to capture 1% of move for 12 trading sessions and you are able to lose only 0.5% next 12 trading sessions, imagine that could be a net 6% of profit for a single strategy, and that could be an edge for both option buyer as well as option sellers. So let us dive deep into it to identify what are the terms and conditions that is required for us to know early in the trading hours of the session, that we can confirm that today the day is going to be trending for a Nifty or Bank Nifty. So we'll come across all the prerequisite terms and conditions. So let's dive into it. So come, let's quickly note down the prerequisites that is required for us to identify in the early hours of the trading sessions to confirm that the day is going to trend, either it is for the Nifty or a Bank Nifty. See, trending, considering trending day, it differs from person to person. In my perspective, I consider trending day to be very clean and precise move in a 45-degree inclination that we'll discuss in the points further. So I have total 6 points to be considered as a trending day. This is first one. So let's say I have opened here 4 tabs. I have captured one trending session as an example for the Nifty and rest all for the Bank Nifty. See, consider here the point number one, that the CPR should be narrow CPR. And I guess if people are not familiar with the CPR concept, and I request them to go and have a handful of information for the CPR trading, only the CPR. CPR, if it is a narrow, first it is a point number one, it is a primary criterion for us to consider it as a trending. See, there are days when CPR is medium range, that script happens to get trending also. But we don't enter into such a day where the CPR is medium to wide range CPR. Though it happens to trend, we don't take a positions on that day. So for a cleaner trending days, we get only 18 to 24 a year, and we aim to capture maximum 10 to 12 trending sessions, and we can aim to capture minimum of 1% of the move. So this being, CPR should be the narrow, should be the first point. Second point, the second point should be the candle of the side. First, if it is trending in upside direction, the candle should be first green candle only, or rather it could be a doji candle. It cannot be a red candle. So let me remind once again. First thing is CPR should be a narrow CPR. Second thing, the first candle should be same of the direction. If the script is trending higher, then the first candle should be green only, and it cannot be a red candle, and it can be a doji for an instance. Third point, the degree of inclination should be 45-degree. See this, you just remember this format of this thing, trading day. See, it continuously, the candle is making very small and small and break. See, there is a very clear and precise definition. There is no breakage of higher lows, higher lows, higher lows anywhere. It moves in a very single direction, and the inclination is only 45-degree here. Very beautiful and neat 45-degree. So if there is no deeper pullbacks, there is no such breaking of higher lows anywhere, you see a same single clear and trending direction. This is our third criterion, that it should move in a 45-degree inclination. So this is mandatory. In the further course of the video, we'll show you how to identify fake trending days, where the script resembles to the same type of format, but it is not a trending day. We'll discuss further into that one, but please do remember this type of picture, where the script is moving higher and higher in the same direction with a precise move and a 45-degree inclination. So the third point has been the 45-degree inclination. The fourth point is minimum of up to 0.7 to 1% of move should happen to zero point 0.5 to 0.7 to 1% move should have been taken place by 12 p.m. of the day, because we consider 9:15 to 12 as one session and 12 to 3 session is the second session. So considering here up to 12 p.m. up to 12 p.m. Almost it has covered more than 1.74% time. Usually we require 0.7 to 1% of move to be there in a by 12 p.m., because we consider 2 to 3% of range to be for the trending day. See, there are days where it takes more than 3.5% also, but on an average for a normal trending session without any influence of the news or any such things, inflow or outflow of the news, it should be 2 to 3% of the move. So considering 2 to 3% move, first half should be covered 1%, and second half we aim to cover a 1 to 1.5% another. So this is how well. See, this 0.7% is the minimum criterion, and it can go 1.5, 1.25% also. So it means whatever the range we are aiming to capture, it should be at least 50% of range should be covered actually. So here we have covered almost in this session 2.17% we have captured from bottom to low, and by 12 p.m. we have captured somewhere around close to 1.7%. So another 0.5% has been covered in the second half of the session. So this is one classic example. So next is the continuous distributed trend for a whole day. The next point is, see, there is continuous distribution without there being any larger and deep pullback. See, for an instant, there is consolidation for here. This is, we call it as a time correction, because Bank Nifty moved higher for almost 1.7% in the first half itself. So it had corrected quite a lot of bit here. From here to here, it has corrected quite a lot. This is called, we call time correction, and this is a very good healthy one. This, because this is the place where we can take up positions over here. So this is a place where you can take up positions. Okay. So coming on to the Bank Nifty here, see here also the Bank Nifty is higher, trending on the higher side. The first candle is green candle, first signal. Second point is the CPR is narrow CPR, and the third point is, it should, the third point I forgot to mention in the Nifty script. See, the there must should not be an gap up opening. See, the closing, the green lines marked out here is a closing basis. Maximum of 0.5% is allowed for an script to open either upside or downside, but this is the maximum criterion what we consider. But usually trending days with the flat openings are most successful ones. So point one, it is a narrow CPR. Second, it is a first, it is a green candle, it is the same direction candle. Third, there is no gap up opening, and fourth, it is a continuous trend without any pullback or without any retracement. Only higher lows are there, and we thereby not breaking any higher lows. Trending day symbol is, it opens from the bottom and closes at the top. This is how we identify, and the total range for this one is almost close to 2.3% for the Bank Nifty. And by 12 p.m., what was the range? Okay, see, it was 1.37%, 1.37%, and it is a 2.9%. 1% of move we have seen after 12 p.m. See, how do we capture this trend, the trending days, though we happen to find out the trending days in an early session of the hours? How do we plan the positions? That we requires a very precise and a very elaborated video, and that we'll plan in some other time. If you're really interested in knowing the strategy for the trending day, then please do mention it in the comment section. We'll try to plan a separate video for that one. So hope all the criterions gets met out here. CPR is narrow. First candle is green because the market is trending on the higher side. Third, if there is no gap up opening. If there is gap up, it should be more than, not more than 0.5%. Fourth thing, completely distributed distributed trend is there, and inclination is 45-degree inclination, continuous trending is there. And minimum 0.7 to 1% of movement should be there up to 12 p.m. and it is meeting all the criteria, and this is a successful one. And fourth one, before we consider trending session, one more point needs to be added. There must be a consolidation day, either a day or two, or it can be a more trending sessions also. See, this is one consolidation here, this is another consolidation, this is another consolidation, and this is fourth consolidation, this is fifth consolidation, this is sixth consolidation, seventh consolidation, eighth consolidation, ninth consolidation, it's 10th consolidation. The higher the consolidation percentage, the higher the percentage of the day getting trended, and the percentage also varies. If it is more consolidation range in the previous sessions, then the script can might go more than 2.5% also. So this is also a point. Okay. See, another, say this is the downwards. This is also a narrow CPR, and the first candle is red candle because the trending is on the downside, and see the continuously distributed movement here. Totally it has made somewhere around close to 1.29% of movement on the bottom side. See, this is a very also a classic example. See, not every time we can expect 2 to 3%. Sometimes there are days where it moves only 1.25%, 1.75, 2% also. There are peculiar days, and we give a exception to those things. And let us see, by 12 p.m. it has almost moved 0.95%. 0.95%. It has met all the criterion here, but the only thing is that the downside to this trending days, it has not moved another higher range. It has covered only 1.5 or 1.23%. So next thing is on 23rd of May, and consider this, it has made almost close to 2% of move. Okay, CPR is narrow, ultra narrow. It is not even a single line of CPR kind of thing. It is almost very ultra narrow. Second thing, there is no gap. Third is it is 45-degree inclination and continuously distributed, no deeper pullbacks, no retracements. And fourth things, let us check for the by 12 p.m. Yes, by 12 p.m. it has moved 1.22%. So meeting all our criterions, all the 6 to 7 criterions what we have mentioned, it has met all the criterion. See, there are few instances where one or two might not meet or might vary. So suppose I have mentioned a range of 0.7 to 1%, that is sometimes it might go to 1.5% also, because if such things has taken place, 1.5% has taken place, then the second half you might get more than 1.5% and 1% also. So such an instance, because see 2 to 3% of range what we mention, it might be 3.5% also, which is very rare. But be prepared to analyze and take a decision. Involve your logic in this one. My logic for considering a trending day is all the criteria what I have mentioned here. So based on this set of conditions, I decide whether the day is a trending day or it is going to reverse from the top or bottom. So in the second half of this video, what we are planning is we'll mention all the possible trending days which could fail over. So this is the criterion. What this days is similar to this one where the script has already reversed. Such things will capture in the second half of the video followed to this content. So I hope all the points are clear till this point of time, where how do I identify that the day is going to trend or not. So this is the 6 to 7 criterions what I do follow. Okay, so let's dive into the second part of the video. So coming on to the second part of the video, here we will discuss what are the possible chart patterns where we could go wrong, or our setup might fail, or it might be a tricky situation where it could be a resemblance of trending day but it is not a trending day. We'll consider all the factors and we'll try to figure it out. So coming on to the first script I have, this is the on the 27th December of 2023. See, by the time it is 12 p.m., if you consider from 9:15 to 12, trend is almost 45-degree inclination. CPR is narrow. There is no gap of more than 5.5%. It is a very distributed movement. Everything is proper by the time it is 12 o'clock. The only trick to this is the first candle is a red candle and it is trending on the higher side. So here the setup fails. See, the concern for having the multiple criterions for considering it as a trending day to avoid false entries and false taking false positions, thereby entering into multiple adjustments, generating more and more brokerage. And to avoid such things, we filter out maximum things and we keep only what is precise and what is accurate more than 80 to 90% of time. Okay. So this is one example where first candle of requirement failed and rest everything was in accordance. Second setup is, consider this one. This is very beautiful 45-degree inclination and it is trended very well and it was almost close to 1.57%. CPR is narrow and closing is also almost a flat opening is there, and the first candle is red candle and it is already trending on the lower side. Only trick to this one is consider the deeper pullback. The script made almost 240 235 points on the downside and it has retraced more than 50%. If you could remember on the first half of the video where I have mentioned the trending days, the picture is totally different. The candle size is very small, very precise. It has in the 45-degree inclination, no bigger candles, and there is no deeper pullbacks or retracements. Only higher highs and higher lows are there. There is no breakage of higher lows. But here we see very deeper retracement. So here our position gets cancelled over here. And regarding how do we take position based on this analytics, it differs and it takes a long video as I mentioned. If you do need a video strategy on this, how to enter into the position, do mention into the comments. We will apply to plan a separate video. Usually what I do on the trending days, I take position on the 12 p.m. exactly the second half. Either I could get 1% or I could lose 0.5%, or I could manage in such a situation where I come out of no loss, no profit. Either I make a profit or I come out of no loss, no profit. This is how I plan my trading days. Okay. So coming on to the third point, see, this is 45-degree inclination and it has taken a very beautiful trend. There is no deeper pullback, no retracement, everything, and it has taken almost whooping 3.64% the downside. CPR is narrow, everything is as per the accordance. Only trick is the script has opened more than 0.5%. It is more than 1% of gap up. So here our setup fails. So next, the fourth script. This is also a trending day if you consider by the 12 p.m. See, the whole chart we cannot consider because we take positions only by the first half of the session. We see the first half of the session, and if it is with our all the criterion, then we take the position. By the 12 p.m., it is almost see 45-degree inclination is there, clear trend, no deeper pullback, anything. So it is everything is okay, but the consideration is a medium range CPR. Though the positions candlestick formations is as per the chart pattern, but the medium range CPR here our setup fails. See, though this script has already trended for more than 1.5%, I guess, from top to bottom, it's 2.5%. See, this type of trending days we find more than 30 to 40 a year, but we consider only the cleaner and distributed chart pattern for our taking for our positions. So this type you get many trending days, either on the upside or downside. It moves to 2.53% also in many days. Another example. Consider this 27th of May by the 12 p.m. Script has moved in a 45-degree inclination, narrow range CPR, no gap up more than 0.5%. Everything is accordance with that one. Consider and tell me what could have went wrong over here and what things failed over here so that we couldn't have taken a position over here. As I mentioned, all the 6 points in the first half, you can remember those things and to tell me why this setup failed. You can pause the video, go through these things points once again, and you can just come back and try to analyze by yourself. By this time, I don't have any time to elongate the video. I'll just quickly come into the conclusion. See, this is 27th of May, and we had a long holiday. And 23rd of May, we had already at a trending session, Thursday. Narrow range CPR, no gap up opening, flat opening. First candle is green candle and trend is on the higher side, and it has already moved 1.98%. So here all our criterions are met and it was a beautiful perfect trending day. There is no breakage of higher lows or a deeper retracement or deeper pullback. And by the time it is 12 p.m., It has moved almost 1.18%, meeting all the criterion, 6 to 7 criterion what we have mentioned. So if we had a trending session in a prior day, 2, 3, 4, or a week, then we don't expect another trending session to be back to back. This is almost a third trending session. This is first trending session on Thursday we had, and immediately on the Monday we had a tricking situation. But this was not a trending session. We cannot have multiple trending session back to back. Please do consider this also. So I hope I have cleared all the points where we could go wrong and take a position. And please do back testing multiple things. If you find anything which we have missed out, or which we forgot to mention into the video, please do mention into the comment section. We'll plan to make another video on that one precisely. So hope I have cleared all the things. So meet you in the next video. Till then, take care. Goodbye.